everything. But speaking of red flags, so whilst we're on red flags, one that I know you've raised a lot of times when we were chatting as well, and I completely agree, is qualifying.
Oh,
Yeah.
qualifying red flags, man.
How many times have we seen somebody on an absolute flyer of a hot lap, and then it's been red flagged, and the accident's behind them?
Yeah.
But they've got to stop their lap, and that's it, you know. And if it's in the last 2 minutes of a qualifying session, oh well.
Well, I mean, you've only got to look back to I know when Max went mad about it, and that was Brazil 24. And okay, Stroll had crashed. Surprise, surprise. But he had done it past the start-finish line, past turn 1. So if you're already on a hot lap and you just need to get to the finish line, that is not in your way. There is no risk to safety. Why was it red flagged so that he couldn't complete a lap? Now, I'm not just saying that as a Max fan. It's just the first one that comes to mind in recent sort of memory, if I like.
Yeah.
But it is that thing of surely if you have to red flag the session and the cars could not complete their times, why can't they do it so that that one driver, or say if there was 2 or 3 drivers caught out, whatever it was, they are allowed to go out for one flying lap? Just they warm up, do one flying lap. If it's crap, it's their own fault. If it's a great lap, they get the time. Because there are some drivers, obviously, we all know it's risky. They leave it until the last minute before sending the car out onto track. And I get it. The tracks get better and faster as qualifying goes on. But if it's all of a sudden red flagged, well, what you do then? Starting in 10th? Well, nobody wants that, do they? And I know part of it's down to teams taking risks, strategy calls. So in some ways, I don't know, thinking about it actually, in some ways, is it kind of like, do the teams now all just risk leaving it to the last 3 minutes of track time? And then if there's a red flag, it doesn't matter because they'll get to go again anyway?
I think I get what you're saying there, but I think
do we just end up with a pile up?
I mean, if you do, you do, don't you? That's part of the risk of it. But I honestly think if you are out on track, if you're on a slowdown lap, like say you've just done a flyer and you're on a slowdown lap, the red flag comes out, you're not entitled to go out for another flyer. If you're on your out lap or on your flyer at the time that the red flag comes in, and you would have passed, if you're on the out lap and you would have passed the start line for your lap before the timer hits 0, you should be allowed to go out. If you're on a flyer, you should be allowed to go out. If you're on an in lap, you're not allowed to go back out. If you went on the track, you're not allowed to go back out. But it should be, right, we're restarting the session now, right? The clock's starting. Say it's a 1 minute 32 lap normally, just hypothetically. We're starting a 2 minute countdown right now. You've got 2 minutes to get out on track, get round, start your flyer. Means they can have a relatively, they all queue up anyway to get out when the time's like tight. They might jostle to who's going to be first in the queue to get out, so they've got a clear lap or hold back as much as they can, but you've still got 2 minutes to get around. You can even make it 2.5 minutes, if you're really that worried about it. But not enough time to get round twice, essentially. So you've got one warm-up lap, and you've got to go. And whatever time you end up with there, that's it. But you can't just go, oh, I was on track. So no, if you were on a cooldown, you weren't gonna go again. You've done a fast lap. You're on cooldown. You're done. You put your time in. I think that would probably be a fairer way of doing it than going, oh well, there were 2 minutes left on the session, or there was a minute and a half left on the session. Unfortunately, it's over. And people in the stands as well will get their money's worth because they'll see.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember when they changed the format a while back? So like sometimes I can't even remember what it was, like this shootout format for a while.
Yeah.
And The last 6 minutes of every qualifying, there was nobody on the track.
Yeah.
And you're like, so they kind of went, let's get rid of that so we'll have people on the track. And now you're like, oh, red flag, no one's on the track. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Give them a chance to get the time in if they were on track, prepping or on a flyer, I think. I think that would be the fair way of doing it. Because we want to see the cars on track. We don't want to see people starting in 12th because there was a red flag.
No.
No. We don't want to see genuinely good flying laps deleted because they were 100 meters from the finish line and somebody had a spin off on sector 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There is another way of looking at it with that is if the accident's behind you on the lap, should you be allowed to finish the lap? As long as you're made aware that there is an accident in whatever sector, and the moment you cross the finish line, you've got to basically slow it down,